Today we have lots to talk about. As you can see, we are still here in Athens. We're in our hotel room. And so the top things that we're going to talk about, of course, Hurricane Milton. We've got updates on the Sun Princess as well as some other cruise lines. We're going to talk about what the remnants of Hurricane Kirk is presently doing to some of the itineraries in Europe, as well as some updates with what is going on board the Regal Princess and on the Caribbean Princess. Additionally, Cruiseline is increasing their gratuities again, second time in 1 year. And I'm going to tell you another place you can get some Princess gift cards at a discount sometimes. And I'm going to tell you all about our day here in Athens. And at the end of the video, I'm just going to put in some extra footage. I'll let you know everything we've done, but then just more to watch if you would like to see how beautiful it is here. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Tuesday, it is October 8th of 2024, and like I said in my intro, we have so much to talk about today. Let's start at the very top talking about Hurricane Milton. If you are anywhere in Florida and you are in the area that they suggest that you evacuate, will you please make sure that if you have not already left, that you hurry up and leave. Lots of people are saying that this is supposed to be perhaps the most destructive hurricane that has ever hit Florida. They say that it is a once in 100-year storm at the very least. And so if you live in that region where they are asking you to leave, make sure you leave, because you know what? We can buy more things, but we can't buy a new you. Okay, so make sure you heed all of the warnings and know that our thoughts and prayers are with you. We are indeed praying for you, and God be with you. Okay, now because of Hurricane Milton, the port there, all of the ports actually in Florida are going to close at midnight Tuesday night, and they're hoping to be able to open again, but they're just going to really have to see what the weather does. They will open at some point, but they don't have an exact set time. To keep in mind with that, there are ships that are not going to be able to come into port, and then ships that are a certain size are going to have to leave port, so they can't be in port during the storm either. And so with the Sun Princess, we've been following the Sun Princess on her really exciting transatlantic to come to the United States for the very first time. She was supposed to be arriving there tomorrow on October 9th, and the information that the captain has distributed to everyone there on the Sun Princess lets them know that if the weather is permitting and the ports are open again, they're going to try to go in on Friday morning. But like he said, we're just going to have to see what the most safe way is to do things and everything. The Sun Princess did come close enough to Port Everglades there in Fort Lauderdale to be able to have 3 guests medically evacuated by helicopters. And so I'm really glad that they were able to come close enough for that, so that these guests on board the Sun Princess can get the medical care that they need. But she came close enough for that and back out to sea, because they have to also, not only can they not come into port, but they have to make sure that they stay where it's safe for the ship, so that all of the guests and crew on board will be safe. So it's a lot that goes into doing this. And I am sure that the people that do all the marine traffic and everything have their hands full, as all the ships need to leave the ports, as well as ships can't come into the ports. So if you have anything else to share about a cruise that you happen to be on, will you just put it in the comments or send us an email, and then we will all know a little bit more about what's going on. And if you have a cruise that is supposed to be leaving, make sure that you watch your email for updates from the cruise line. And if you don't know what to do, ask your travel agent to find out, or call the cruise line yourself, however you want to do that, and so that you can find out like what's going on with your specific ship. Alrighty, that's really important. Okay, the next thing I want you to know about this with Hurricane Milton is that all of the guests on board the Sun Princess, of course, have to rearrange their itineraries. So Princess, their flights, their car rentals, whatever it is that they need to do to get home. And so Princess is giving them free Wi-Fi for the next couple of days, so that they can be able to do that and get everything straightened out. And the other thing that I think is really important to everyone in that whole region to know, so even if you're not going on a cruise, this is really important. American Airlines, Southwest, Delta, and United have all announced that they have a policy right now that if you are impacted by that storm, you can change your plane tickets without having to incur a charge in order to be able to do that. So even if you're just flying there to visit family or go on vacation, and make sure that you really can be going where it is that you think you're going to be going, and make any changes on your tickets that you need to be able to make. Okay. So we have had Hurricane Helene, we now have Hurricane Milton coming, and I think it's really important to know the trajectory for Hurricane Milton, although it's going to be horrible, at least it's going over Florida and back out to sea. It's not going to go over Florida and then up and go to North Carolina, where everything is still so horrible and they're trying to get their feet back under them, as well as parts of Florida with that as well. But that's great. Now, Hurricane Kirk, the remnants of that are giving some cruises over in Europe some trouble. So I thought I would bring you up to date on 2 Princess cruises that I've got updates on. So first of all, we've got the Regal Princess, and we've got a Let's Go family member on board there that sent me an email. She said that they will be going to Cork there in Ireland rather than going to Bilbao or to Virgo in Spain. So they're not able to make their port calls there. That's the really important thing to know with the Regal Princess. Another thing she let me know about the Regal Princess is, and this is really, I think, important for us to all know for the Patters, no matter what princess ship we are on, and maybe other cruise lines too. But she said that once they got on board, she was looking over the Princess Patter, the schedule of events, and it did not list like solo meetups and that, because she is traveling solo and she thought it would be fun to get to meet some other travelers who are also traveling solo. They weren't listed there, as well as some of the movies are not listed and some of the other events. And so she called down to guest services and they said, yeah, we've got those scheduled. We just don't have enough room on the Patter to put all of that. And so she said, if there is something that you are looking for, something that you are expecting to be able to do when you're on board, call down to guest services if you don't see it on the list, because chances are good they've got it scheduled, but they just ran out of space to put it. So heads up about that. Now let's talk about the Caribbean Princess, the second ship that I'm aware of with Princess there that has their itinerary impacted by the remnants of Hurricane Kirk. So everyone embarked on the Caribbean Princess today, and a couple of notes about that. First of all, their port change is that they are not going to be going to Spain. They are going to be going to the port of Cherbourg, France. And you know, there's always a trade-off with things. And so if you're on a ship and your itinerary is changed, try to find the bright side and see the places, you know, think of the places that you're going to get to unexpectedly get to see, and hopefully it'll take a little bit of the pain out of missing what you were hoping to see. And so our Let's Go family member that's in that position, I love that he found the silver lining and is looking forward to what he gets to see. So the second thing, though, really big deal with the Caribbean Princess, is she has been under norovirus protocols coming into port. And this apparently has been going on for a little while. And so they did a really big deep clean on the ship. And in fact, guess who came and took the Princess transfer from Heathrow down to the ship there in Southampton? They actually took their carry-on luggage from them, so they didn't have to worry about it. And they took them to a mall so that they could kill some time and not just have to sit on the bus and wait. And they did not start embarkation until 1 p.m. today. So hopefully cleaning, you know, just doing a thorough deep clean and everything, they'll be able to not have any more norovirus on board the ship. And whenever I tell you about this, I always have to say, wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands, because I'm always reminding myself of that. So wash your hands a lot. Hopefully that will help a little bit. But it sounds like everything else is off to a great start on the Regal Princess, on the Caribbean Princess, and so I look forward to further updates on that. Alrighty, we've got a cruise line increasing their gratuities. It's Royal Caribbean. So last year, October 31st, 2023, Royal Caribbean increased their gratuities by $2 per person per day for the cruises. Well, effective November 1st of 2024, their gratuities are going to go up 50 cents per person per day. So right now, it's $18 for your like your interiors and your balconies and your ocean views, and that's going to go to $18.50 a day. And if you're staying in a suite, it's going to go from $20.50 to $21 per day. Now, a few things about this, tell me what you think in the comments. I have a business background, so I'm always thinking about how it is that cruise lines and other businesses decide how to do their pricing. And I know that it's rather involved, I get that. But when I see changes like this, like 50 cents per person per day on a 7-day cruise, that's $3.50. I'm sorry, on a 7-day cruise, that is $3.50. So in my mind, I think, why don't they just raise it $1? Then they won't have to ask for an increase as soon again, and it just rounds it out and makes it easier to do. I kind of had that thought when Princess changed their Premier package. For a long time, it had been $80 a day per person, and then they changed it to include all that specialty dining, unlimited specialty dining. You can have it every evening for dinner if you would like, and they only increased the price by $10 a day. So on a 7-day cruise, that's $70. That's less than paying for 2 specialty dining evenings for a person. And so I kind of wondered to myself, why didn't they just make it an even 100? But of course, we don't want to pay more than we have to. But it's just interesting to see how they balance this out and decide how often they are going to issue a price increase. So let me know what you think in the comments, okay? Alrighty, I know it's a really big deal that AARP is no longer selling Princess gift cards. They've sold Princess gift cards for a long, long time. For a long time, they were sold at a 10% discount, and then it moved to an 8% discount. Well, starting at the beginning of October this year, they no longer sell Princess gift cards anymore. So I thought you would like to know somewhere where you can get Princess gift cards at a discount sometimes. So put yourself on the mailing list for Newegg. It's just newegg.com. They're a website. They sell Princess gift cards, and sometimes, which very recently, I don't think they're still on discount, but they have been selling them at a discount. So if you're someone that enjoys using Princess gift cards and tries to save money with doing that, that's another place that you might want to do it. Another thing, I have nobody on the inside tells me anything, so I don't know about this, but historically, Princess has often put their gift cards on sale at Black Friday, somewhere in the time like between Black Friday and Christmas time. So keep your eye out for that as well. And if I hear about it, I will let you know. But like I said, put your name on the mailing list for newegg.com so that you'll get their emails and they'll let you know when they're on sale. And if any of you notice them anywhere else, send me an email and I'll let everybody know. Pop it over on our Facebook group as well. We have a lot of you not on our Facebook group. So if you're wanting to join, it's just Let's Go Travel Tips. And come and request to join, and would love to have you. But we can share a lot of information there, and I'll try to pass it on to you as well. But I thought that would be another great resource for all of you. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, will you please go ahead and hit that subscribe button? And if you appreciate my updates, would you please give this video a thumbs up? Thanks so very much. Alrighty, so I'm going to tell you now all about our day in Athens, as well as some notes that will hopefully help you. If you are going to be coming to Athens either before or after a cruise, or just coming to sightsee or spend some time and enjoy being here, there are a few things that I think will be really helpful for you. So today was the day that we went to see the Acropolis and some of the other archaeological sites around here in Athens. So a few things. I told you yesterday, make sure that you buy your tickets in advance. And today I was reminded of that as we went to the south entrance. There's a south entrance and a north entrance to the Acropolis. And our hotel here is really close to the south entrance. Plus, Gordon hadn't been up. So there's different ways that you can get to the Acropolis. When you go on the south entrance, then you walk up and go along like the Temple of Dionysus, and you see, the Theater of Dionysus, sorry. And then you go along and there's the Temple of Asclepios, and you go up and there's the there's so many things to see, and it's pretty much for the most part a gradual incline going up the hill to the Acropolis. Lots to see on the way. Or if you go on the north slope, there's a little bit more, there's a few more stairs, maybe the same amount, but it's a steeper incline, but you get there faster. All right, so do whatever you want to do. But if you've never been before, I would start at the south entrance. But anyway, when we got there, there are two lines, one for people who don't have a ticket. So they're in quite a long line waiting to buy tickets. And then people that already have their tickets are in the line for that. And literally you just go through, they've got, the tickets have a QR code on them, and you have them scanned and in you go. So that works really well. And also now it has to be for a timed entrance. So if the times are sold out for the time that you want to go in, you're going to be standing there for a long time. Or if you're in that line and everything is sold out, they're not going to let anybody in for a while. So literally there were guides, there are tour guides. So in Greece, you have to go through more hoops. You don't just learn a little bit about the history of something and say you're a tour guide. You actually have to have training for it and testing and everything. But anyway, they're out there along the line of people, and several of them were like, do you speak English? Do you speak German? Do you speak whatever? And just say, I am a guide. Right now, they don't have any tickets for that entrance time, but we have tickets. And so if you want to come with us, you know, of course you end up paying to have the guide and everything, but you get in. And so if for any reason you are there or you don't buy tickets, you know, you get to go on short notice to Athens, or you just forget. Sometimes I forget things. Make sure that you look around and see where you can get a tour. You can pick up tours on Viator. You can do it through, you know, lots of other places, or else go to the entrance of the Acropolis. And especially on the south side, I didn't see any on the north side, but on the south side, because overall more people enter from the south side, I've noticed, you can pick up a tour guide there who can get you in. So that, have that in your back pocket and remember it if you forget to get tickets. So anyway, we got in, we went up, and we thoroughly enjoyed our day. We went up, we found a place to sit down, and just thoroughly enjoyed it. There's still some scaffolding there. They're still working on the actual Parthenon a lot. It's the first time I've been there, though, that I have heard so much like drilling and sawing and everything like that going on. We kind of just took our time and walked around, just enjoyed the sunshine. It was a perfect day here. So tip number 2, it was reminded of me today. Our temperature when we were going up the Acropolis was about 78 by the time we got to the top, and enjoyed part of the afternoon there. It was around 80. And we were plenty warm. You have to walk, you know, like up a long incline, and then you're out in the sunshine. And so just a reminder, if the only time that you can go to Athens is to go in the high season, absolutely go. We have been there in July and it is really hot, but we still had a magnificent time. But if you have the flexibility with your schedule, definitely stick with what I told you yesterday and go on the shoulders. Go in April, May, go in September, October, because here we are and the beginning of October, and it is still plenty warm here. I've been here a little bit later before in October, and I can show you the weather as we go on our cruise and everything and come back, but it is still gloriously beautiful. The only time that I've used a coat is on the plane, and so it's just absolutely such a beautiful time to be here, and you will err on the side of being warm anyway. You won't be cold. So just wanted to put that out there. So after we did that, we of course walked down the Acropolis. We went over and saw Mars Hill. I have been on Mars Hill before, and it is indeed the Mars Hill where Paul gave his sermon about the unknown God. And anyway, I've been up there before. Today we didn't do it. It can be slippery. I just wanted to let you know that, but we've done that before, so we didn't today. We ended up walking and went and found a nice place to have lunch. Then we went to Hadrian's library, walked around the plaza a bit so that I could get some presents. And then we ended up back at our hotel room for a while. Right across from us is the Temple of Olympian Zeus, so we're going to go see that tomorrow. When you buy the ticket to have the Acropolis and then the other archaeological sites that come with it, it's good for 5 days. So your timed entry for the Acropolis is for a date and a time. Like today, ours was for 11 o'clock. We're still catching up with staying up too late doing work and trying to get used to the time change. And so we chose 11 o'clock for our entry time. You have to be there like 10 minutes before your time to enter. But the rest of the sites you can visit for 5 days. So tomorrow we're going to go see the Temple of Olympian Zeus. And when I'm done here, I'm going to open our balcony door and take a picture of it and stick it in there so that you can see what our view is this evening. But we're going to go see that. But you can also go see like the Roman Agora, the Greek Agora, and Aristotle's School is the other place that you can go see that is included on that ticket. So if you want to go see more sites, it's a really good idea because you save a lot of money and a lot of time with already having your ticket. So if you have any questions about coming here to Greece, let me know. I'm delighted to help you. It's one of my favorite places in the world, and I just I'd come here every chance I get. And so just wanted to put that out here for you. We're having just a glorious time. We came early so that we could just kind of immerse ourselves for a little bit and have a wonderful time, and it's working. That's exactly what we're doing. So thanks for joining me here today. I really look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you.
Ça rendait pas sur mon imagine. Fais voir si le marbre est prêt. Ah ouais.
The doctor, Peter,